Hello, I'm Brian Tracy. Your ability to develop good work habits for what you do determines how much you earn, how effective you are, how much you are respected in your organization, and how much real satisfaction you get out of your job. Unfortunately, most people are poor workers. They're unorganized, they're unfocused, and easily distracted. They work at about 50% of capacity. Sadly enough, they don't even seem to know how to work any differently. And this is a big problem today. Even if they wanted to, it's like speaking in a foreign language. They wouldn't know how to do it without first being taught. Now, to achieve success in every area of your life, you have to develop the habits of highly successful and hardworking people. To begin with, the foundations of good work habits can be summarized in two words: focus and concentration. Now, focus requires clarity concerning the desired results and the relative priority of each step that you need to take to achieve those results. When you think of focus, think of a photographer adjusting his lens to keep the key subject sharp in the center of the picture. To become a truly hardworking individual at work, you must be continually adjusting your lens to be sure that what you're working on is the most important thing you could be doing at the moment to achieve your most important goal. Successful people understand that the worst waste of time is doing something very well that need not be done at all. Now, concentration requires the ability to stay with a task until it's 100% complete. Successful people understand that they must work in a straight line to get from where they are to where they want to go without diversion or distraction. If you want to accomplish your goals, you must be sure that everything you do is taking you in that direction, and then develop good habits to get you there. This decision alone will dramatically increase the quality and quantity of what you get done every day, and soon enough, you will become one of the most successful people in your field. Now, there's several benefits from learning how to concentrate. First, important task completion is a source of energy and enthusiasm and self-esteem. On the other hand, failure to complete important tasks, or to complete them only partially, is not only a major source of stress, but it depletes your energy and your enthusiasm and your self-esteem. When you complete an important task, you experience a surge of energy and well-being. But when you work on an unimportant task, even if you complete it in a timely fashion, you get no feeling of satisfaction or personal reward at all. There's no payoff for completing low-level tasks. Disciplining yourself to concentrate on a job until it is finished gives you a feeling of confidence and competence and mastery. It develops you into a hard-working person, and it gives you an experience of self-control so that you feel that you're in charge of your own destiny. Thank you for viewing this video on developing focus and clarity. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button below and click on the link on the screen to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's talk now about being the best person you can possibly be, the 7 keys to a positive personality. Your physical diet has a large impact on your health and energy levels. If you eat fresh, healthy, high-quality foods of all kinds, and avoid the foods that are bad for you, you'll have more energy, you'll be more generally resistant to most diseases, you'll sleep better, and you'll feel healthier and happier. In the same way, your mental diet largely determines your character and your personality, and almost everything that happens to you in life. When you feed your mind with positive ideas and information and positive books and conversations with interesting people and positive audio programs and thoughts, you develop a more positive and effective personality. You become more influential and persuasive. You enjoy greater confidence and self-esteem. Those people who work with computers use the expression GIGO, which means garbage in, garbage out. But the reverse is also true. Good in, good out. When you make a clear, unequivocal decision that you are going to take complete control over your mind, you eliminate the negative emotions and thoughts that may have held you back in the past, and become a completely positive person, you can actually bring about your own personal transformation. You can become someone completely different in a very positive way. Mental fitness is like physical fitness. You develop high levels of self-esteem and a positive mental attitude with training and practice. Here are the 7 keys to becoming a completely positive person. Number 1 is positive self-talk. Speak to yourself positively. Control your inner dialogue, the words running through your mind like a river. Use affirmations phrased in the positive present and personal tense, such as, I like myself, I can do it, I feel terrific, I'm responsible. Science proves that fully 95% of your emotions are determined by the way you talk to yourself as you go throughout your day. The sad fact is that if you do not deliberately and consciously talk to yourself in a positive and constructive way, you will, by default, start thinking about the things that make you unhappy or cause you worry and anxiety or even make you mad. As we said before, your mind is like a garden. If you do not deliberately plant flowers and tend them carefully, weeds will grow without any encouragement at all. If you don't think and talk positively to yourself, you'll start to think negatively automatically and without any effort. The second key is positive visualization. Perhaps the most powerful ability that you have is the ability to visualize and see your goals as already accomplished. Create a clear, exciting picture of your goal and your ideal life and replay this picture in your mind over and over again until it's accepted by your superconscious mind as a command. All improvement in your life begins with an improvement in your mental pictures. As you see yourself on the inside, you will be a different person on the outside. The third key to mental fitness is positive people. Your choice of the people with whom you live and work and associate will have more of an impact on your emotions and your success than any other factor. Decide today to associate with winners, with positive people, with people who are happy and optimistic and who are going somewhere with their lives. Avoid negative people at all costs. Negative people are the primary source of most of life's unhappiness, including your own. So resolve that from day onward, you're not going to have stressful or negative people in your life. No more jerks from now on. The fourth key to mental fitness is positive mental food. Just as your body is healthy to the degree to which you eat healthy, nutritious foods, your mind is healthy to the degree to which you feed it with mental protein rather than mental candy. Read books and magazines and articles that are educational and inspirational or motivational. Feed your mind with information and ideas that are uplifting and that make you feel happy and more confident about yourself and your world. Listen to positive, constructive CDs and audio programs in your cars and on your MP3 player or iPod. Feed your mind continually with positive messages that help you think and act better and make you more capable and competent in your field. Watch positive and educational DVDs and educational television programs and online courses and other uplifting material that increases your knowledge and makes you feel good about yourself and your life. The fifth key to mental fitness is positive training and development. Almost everyone in our society starts off with limited resources, sometimes with no money at all. I know I did. Virtually all fortunes begin with the sale of personal services of some kind. All the people who are at the top today were once at the bottom, and sometimes they fell to the bottom several times. The miracle of lifelong learning and personal improvement is what takes you from rags to riches, from poverty to affluence, and from underachievement to success and financial independence. As my friend Jim Rohn once said, formal education will make you a living, self-education will make you a fortune. When you dedicate yourself to learning and growing and becoming better and more effective in your thoughts and actions, you take complete control of your life and dramatically increase the speed at which you move upward to greater heights and greater income and a better life in every area. The sixth key to mental fitness is positive health habits. Take excellent care of your physical health and wellness. Resolve today that you're going to live to be 80 or 90 or 100 years old and still be dancing in the evenings. To do that, you must eat healthy foods, natural and nutritious, and eat them sparingly and in proper balance. A nutritional diet will have an immediate positive effect on your thoughts and feelings. Also, resolve to get regular exercise, at least 200 minutes of motion per week, 30 minutes per day, walking, running, swimming, bicycling, or working out on equipment in the gym. When you exercise on a regular basis, you feel happier and healthier. You experience lower levels of stress and fatigue than a person who sits on the couch and watches television all evening. And especially get ample rest and relaxation. You need to recharge your batteries on a regular basis, especially when you're going through periods of stress or difficulty. Vince Lombardi once said, "Fatigue makes cowards of us all." Now, some of the factors that predispose us to negative emotions of all kinds are poor health habits, sleep deprivation, lack of exercise, and non-stop work. Seek balance in your life if you want to become all you can be. The seventh key is positive expectations. Practicing the law of attraction is one of the most powerful techniques you can use to become a positive person and to ensure positive outcomes and better results in your life. Your expectations become your own self-fulfilling prophecies. Whatever you expect with confidence seems to come into your life. Since you can control your expectations, you should always expect the best. Expect to be successful. Expect to be popular when you meet new people. Expect to achieve great goals and create a wonderful life for yourself. When you constantly expect good things to happen, you will seldom be disappointed.
Many years ago, when Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, who was a colleague of mine while he was still alive, wrote a book called The Power of Positive Thinking. It's still one of the most popular books on personal success and personal development ever written, and his basic message is if you think in a positive way, you'll have positive results, and you'll be happy most of the time. So how do you use the power of positive thinking? Well, they did a study at the University of Pennsylvania. It was funded by some of the biggest companies in America, and over a 22-year period, they interviewed more than 350,000 people like you and I, and asked them a lot of questions about their lives and their attitudes and so on. And one of the questions they asked them is, what do you think about most of the time? Then they conducted a series of experiments. They would have graduate students who were working on their papers in psychology or sociology phone these people once a week at random during the week and just say, what are you thinking about right now? And they'd write it down. And the next week they'd call them on a different day at a different time. This is all prearranged that they would be expecting the call sometime. And what are you thinking about right now? And they'd write it down. Then they began to sort these groups out in terms of deciles, which is 10%. The bottom 10%, the next 10%, all the way up to the top 10%. And they noticed that people in the top 10% thought very differently from people in the bottom 80%. What do top people think about most of the time? Can you guess? The answer was so simple, it was amazing. They think about what they want and how to get it most of the time. They think about their goals, and they think about their priorities, and they think about their actions and activities each day. They think about the number of people they need to call on, and the number of proposals they need to put together, and the number of things they need to read and to study. They're always thinking about what they want. And when you think about what you want, it makes you happy. It makes you positive. It makes you feel in control of your whole life. And then they think about how to get it. So in my seminars, I'll say that the most important word for leadership and success is the word how. Whenever you have a goal, the only question you ask is, how can I achieve this goal? If you have a problem, how can I solve this problem? If you have an obstacle, how can I overcome the obstacle? Top people think about what they want and how to get it most of the time. And as a result, they're thinking about their goal and they're thinking about the actions that they can take every single minute of every day to move faster toward achieving that goal. Earl Nightingale once said that happiness is the progressive, step-by-step realization of a worthy ideal or goal. When you feel yourself moving step by step, each hour, each day, toward achieving something that's important to you, you feel positive and happy most of the time. By the way, do you know what unsuccessful people think about most of the time? They think about what they don't want, the things that make them angry or sad, usually past events that they can't change, and they think about who's to blame for all their problems. So whenever you see people talking and complaining about things that they can't change, things in their life that are their responsibility, and then blaming others for their problems, you know you're dealing with a negative, unhappy person with a very limited future and a very unhappy present. So the way you take control of your mind, like grabbing the wheel of a vehicle, is start to think about what you want and how to get it all day long. And you automatically become positive and start to feel in complete control of your life. If you enjoyed this video and you feel it was valuable, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this video with your friends. Don't forget to click the button on the screen for a free gift. Thanks again for watching. Hello, I'm Brian Tracy, and today I want to talk to you about some morning routines of successful people. Few hours of the day are more important than the early morning hours. One of the great thinkers said the first hour is the rudder of the day. It sets the tone for everything else that happens. These hours, when you first wake up, set the tone for the rest of the day, affecting your mindset and productivity during all the hours that follow them. The importance of these early morning hours is the reason why some of the world's most successful people carefully craft morning routines designed to help them start the day off right and make the most of hours that follow. If you would like to start each day in the best way possible, consider implementing some of these proven morning routines into your morning schedule. First, plan your day the night before. Planning out your day the night before may not exactly be part of your morning routine, but it is a great way to get your day started off right. In fact, I was just reading the story of a very successful self-made multi-millionaire, multi-business developer who said every single morning he starts off by reading his goals. Every morning. He never misses a single day. By planning out what you want to accomplish the night before, you can start off each day with a plan in mind rather than waking up unsure what it is you want to tackle first. Plan out your morning routine as well as to what you want to do when that routine is complete. Then wake up the next morning and put that plan into action. Second, set goals for the day every morning. Plan out your day the night before, but set your goals in the morning. For example, you may plan on working on a project all day. Then, that morning, set a goal for how much of that project you want to accomplish. Setting goals in the early morning is an effective strategy since most people are ambitious when they first start their day. If you set ambitious goals in the morning, you'll feel more compelled, more motivated to follow through with them as the day carries on. Third, avoid checking your phone or other electronic distractions. One thing that should not be a part of your morning routine is checking your phone or email as soon as you wake up. At best, it's a distraction that can interfere with the rest of your morning routine. At worst, it may relay disappointing news that can kill your motivation at a time when you need to be firing it up. Wait until the rest of your morning routine is complete and the workday has started before you check your phone. Julie Morgenstein, a time management expert, wrote a book called Don't Check Your Email in the Morning. Wait until 11 a.m. and work for 3 solid hours before you check your email, and then work another 3 hours before you check it again, and only check it 2 or 3 times a day, and in between, turn it off and leave it off. Fourth, stretch and exercise. Studies have shown that people who exercise in the morning are more likely to stick with an exercise routine than those who exercise in the afternoon. The reason is that when you wake up in the morning, you are refreshed and full of energy. In the afternoon, though, after a long day of work, you may not have the energy or the motivation to exercise. Stretching and exercising in the morning also gets your blood flowing and gives you a burst of energy and adrenaline that will help you start the day off right. Fifth, read. We discovered in the studies of self-made millionaires and multimillionaires that they all read 1 hour or more every morning. In the same way that exercising in the morning gets your body up and going, reading in the morning gets your mind up and going. Whether you are reading the morning paper, a novel, or anything else that interests you, the early morning hours are the perfect time to get a little reading in before you go off to work. My preference is always to read something that's educational or motivational or inspirational that gets you a little bit pumped. Sixth, meditate. Meditation is an excellent way to clear your mind and relieve any stress and help you focus on the task at hand. It's great for any time of the day, but it's especially beneficial in the early morning after you have done your exercise and you are woken up and your blood is flowing. Then just take a few minutes to sit quietly and let your mind calm. Before you leave for work, take the time to sit in silence, clear your thoughts, and focus on your breathing. One of the easiest ways to meditate, by the way, is just to focus on your breath, your diaphragm, just below your stomach, and just think about your breath and count in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Count out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you do this 7 times, you'll have a complete meditation session. Not only will morning meditation help you enjoy all of the many health benefits associated with meditation, it will also enable you to start the day with a clear, refreshed focus. Seventh, spend some time with your family. The morning may not offer much time for you to spend with your family before they are out the door, but you should take advantage of the time it does give you. Sit down and eat breakfast with them if that is an option. If it's not, at least take the time to talk with them a little while before you all go your separate ways. There truly is no better motivation for the day than spending a little bit of time with the ones that you love the most. Best of all, it will be a great motivation for them as they start their day as well. Before we wrap up, I'd like to leave you with a thought to share with your friends and followers. Your mind is like a muscle. The more you use it, the more powerful it becomes. Now, I'd love to hear from you, so my question today is, are you doing the right things in the morning? Leave a comment below, and I'll be sure to follow up with you. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want to change your future, take action, and take action now. If you enjoyed this video and feel it was valuable in teaching you about morning routines of successful people, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this video with your friends. Don't forget to click the button on the screen for a free gift. Thanks again for watching. Hello, I'm Brian Tracy, and today I want to teach you how to turn your fears into fuel. I want to ask you, what's holding you back? Very often in my seminars, I say, what is your biggest single goal in life today? And what holds you back from achieving it? What sets the speed at which you achieve the goal? When I ask this question in my seminars or my consulting work, the common answers I get back are lack of funding, or I don't have the education, or my background, or even I'm not sure of the next step to take. What I've discovered, however, is that while all of these may be factors that can impact success, they're not the deciding or underlying factor. Do you know what is shackling people and depriving them from the success they desire and deserve? In most cases, it is fear. It's a deep, unconscious fear of failure or fear of rejection. It's a fear of loss. It's a fear that you will not succeed or that you'll be embarrassed. You may say to yourself, not me, I'm fearless. But the reality is fear is innate in human beings, which, by the way, it's a good thing. It's there for your protection. There are, after all, some things we should be fearful of. Playing golf in lightning, for example, or literally swimming with the sharks. But what about success? We should be embracing success, enjoying topping goals and accomplishing newer, better, and greater things. Yet, fear is a dangerous obstacle in part because we may fail to admit its existence. Fear needs to be recognized and managed properly, or it becomes an anchor. We can become indecisive, have self-doubt, and simply fail to act. Fear may have us sitting on a great concept or idea, or it may restrict us from using our true talents. But what if there was a way to turn fear into fuel? This is the great question. First, you must realize the role negative thinking plays in feeding your fears. The thoughts may already be there, suggesting you can't, you shouldn't, and yeah, but what if? Before you know it, negative thoughts have piled one upon another and have become a seemingly insurmountable mountain to climb. I'm not saying you should ignore reality, but most often these negative thoughts are just a boogeyman under the bed. When you look closer, you'll find there's nothing there. I believe it is much more productive to be proactive in managing these negative thoughts. Instead of allowing negative thoughts to affect you emotionally to the point of indecision or inaction, put your logical brain to work in your favor. Rather than listening to the "I can't," ask yourself, how can I? Ask yourself, what's the best way to achieve this, as opposed to "I shouldn't" or "what if I lose?" Change the words "what if it doesn't work" to "imagine how terrific it will be when it works." It can help you to be even more specific about this. What are the 8 best ways to raise funding for my project? Or, who are the 5 people I know best qualified to help me with this? Force your brain into helping you by stretching its thoughts and imagination and focus. What are 3 to 5 ways that my life will be better when I achieve this? When you put your brain to work on a positive task, there's little room for negative thinking. This is turning fear into fuel. Many of us strive just to be comfortable. Letting go of that comfort zone can create real fear. You may worry that by stepping out and doing something you always wanted to do or reaching for more may put your comfort in jeopardy. You may risk your steady income or lifestyle, or you may not be able to get that 65-inch flat-screen TV with surround sound. If you allow your comfort zone to become a prison, you must recognize it is working against you, not for you. Jim Rohn used to say that the only difference between a comfort zone and a grave is the depth. So how do you get out of it? Think about the times when you took a chance and were successful. Remember how victory felt and how rewarding it was to achieve a goal. Odds are, it was a time when you stepped out of your comfort zone. Virtually all great success comes from moving out of your comfort zone into your area of discomfort. Please remember that taking risks and being bold doesn't necessarily equate to being reckless. I would never suggest being reckless, but I do know that life is often best lived out of your comfort zone or at the very edge of it. Turning fear into excitement and anticipation is another way to use it as fuel toward your success. One of the best ways to use fear as fuel is to face it head on. It's not embarrassing to fear change or to enjoy your comfort zone, but if you don't recognize its presence and sometimes its dominance, fear can hold you back without you even knowing it. Turn those fears into empowering, positive questions that your logical brain can work upon. Practice on reaching out from your comfort zone and recognize and face your fears. It very well could fuel you to the next level. Before we wrap up, I'd like to leave you with a thought to share with your friends and followers. Be willing to launch in faith, to step out with no guarantees of success. This is the mark of personal greatness, and it precedes all personal success. Peter Drucker once wrote, "Wherever you see a successful business, someone once took a big chance and won." Now, I'd love to hear from you, so my question today is this: what fears are holding you back? Of all the fears that are holding you back, what's the biggest? And then, what's the worst thing that could happen if your worst fear came true? When I work with business owners, I say the worst thing that could happen if you plunged is that you lose all your money, Well, at one time you didn't have the money anyway, and virtually all millionaires have been broke or nearly broke 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 times. So if you lose all your money, you'll make it back. Don't let the possibility, which is rare, don't let the possibility hold you back. And then what you do is you do everything you possibly can to minimize the likelihood of losing all your money. You do your due diligence, you do your research, you write things down, you check things out, so that when you do make a decision, you're not making it recklessly, you're just stepping out of your comfort zone into your zone of discomfort. And in most cases, you'll be astonished at how successful you'll eventually be. So leave a comment below and I'll be sure to follow up with you. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want to change your future, take action, and take action now. If you enjoyed this video and feel it was valuable in teaching you about facing your fears, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this video with your friends. Don't forget to click the button on the screen for a free gift. Thanks again for watching. Hello, I'm Brian Tracy. When I started my life, poor, penniless, holes in my shoes, I learned about goals, and it changed my life completely. And over the last 30 years, I've taught more than 5 million people how to set and achieve their personal, professional, and especially their financial goals. I've taught people to go from rags to riches in as little as a couple of years with really great goal-setting methodologies. Now, all successful men and women have one thing in common: goal setting. Goal setting I call the master skill of success. With it, everything is possible. Without it, nothing is possible. And fortunately, goal setting is a learned skill. It's a skill that everyone can master and anyone can learn if they're willing to put in the effort. In my brand new webinar, I'm going to teach you my proven 12-step goal-setting method. And many people have said this is almost like a miracle. What people accomplish with this 12-step method, which is easy to learn and apply, is absolutely amazing. If you follow this process step by step, you will achieve any goal that you set for yourself. Big or small, short-term or long-term, you'll absolutely amaze yourself with what you can accomplish when you have it written down in a goal-setting process. Now, what you may not know is that there's more to the goal-setting attainment and achievement than simply making a plan. In fact, one of the biggest secrets about successful goal-setting is the art of retraining your mind and your superconscious mind, which is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, breakthrough discovery in all of human history. During my webinar, I'm going to teach you practical mental programming techniques that you can use immediately to begin training your brain for success. I'll also teach you how to stimulate your superconscious mind and condition it to focus on achieving your goals 24 hours a day. So no matter what else you're doing, your superconscious mind is working on bringing your goals closer to you. I'll give you practical strategies that you can implement on a daily basis to ensure that you are moving forward towards your goals faster than you could even believe possible today. So I invite you and highly encourage you to join me during this webinar. The information you'll learn in my webinar is so valuable, and millions of people all over the world have paid me thousands of dollars for these successful techniques that it can change your life. And I'm going to give them to you absolutely free. Maybe your goal is to lose weight, or make more money, or to get out of debt. Maybe your goal is to improve your relationship, or to get promoted. Whatever your goal is, the proven goal-setting method that I'll teach you during my webinar will help you to reach it. It may save you weeks or months or years of hard work in achieving the same level. You control your destiny and you create your own future. So don't put it off until tomorrow. Your ultimate success in life cannot wait, and neither should you. Spots are limited for my webinar, so be sure to enter your information now and reserve your seat. It could be the best decision you ever make. If you're like me and everybody else, you want to be as successful as you possibly can in life. But with all of the turbulence and change and competition today,
What do you do to give your life an anchor or a keel? Well, 1 hour each day makes the difference, and that's what I want to talk about now. You see, you've gone as far as you can with what you now know. Any progress you make from this moment onward, any increase in your income or improvement in your life from this moment onward will require that you learn and practice something new and different. One quality of leaders and high achievers in every area seems to be a commitment to ongoing personal and professional development. When I discovered ongoing personal development and professional development in my 20s, I thought I'd died and gone to heaven. It was just the most wonderful thing, and everybody who stumbles into it transforms their lives. People committed to personal development look upon themselves as self-made people, as works in progress. They sometimes look upon themselves as a do-it-to-yourself project. They never become complacent or satisfied. They're always striving toward ever greater heights of knowledge and understanding. They're hungry, they're ambitious, they're eager to learn new stuff. Earl Nightingale said many years ago that 1 hour per day of study in your chosen field was all that it really takes. 1 hour per day of study will put you at the top of your field within 3 years. Within 5 years, you'll be a national authority. In 7 years, you can be one of the best people in the world at what you do with just 1 hour every single day. So read all you can about your field. Subscribe to the executive book clubs and book summaries. Build your own library of important books in your field. Never be cheap about your education. The best investment you ever make in your life is back into yourself. In fact, if you make a decision today to invest 3% of your annual income back into yourself, back into your own personal and professional development, within a year or two, you'll probably never have to worry about money again. This has been true for me, and it's been true for thousands of people who've reported back to me after going through my seminars the profound effect of investing 3% of your income in yourself. Here's the results. You'll get $10, $20, $30, $50 back to your income for every dollar you invest in yourself in becoming better at what you do. If you read 1 hour per day in your field, that will translate into about 1 book per week. 1 book per week translates into about 50 books per year. 50 books per year will translate into about 500 books over the next 10 years. If you read only 1 book per month, that will put you into the top 1% of income earners in our society. Remember that famous top 1%? These people are continually learning new ideas that help them to be even better at what they're already doing well. But if you read 1 book per week, 50 books per year, that will make you one of the best educated, smartest, most capable, and highest paid people in your field. Regular reading, which we call exercise for the mind, will transform your life completely. Now here's the bad news, good news, is the average adult reads less than 1 book per year. 80% of adults have not read a book in the last 5 years and seldom ever go to a bookstore. If you ask them where's the closest bookstore to your home, they have no idea. 80% of adults have flattened out in their income, and their income is going up, according to the University of Chicago, at a rate of 1% a year, which means they never get ahead and they never get out of debt. But the top 20% of people, the ones who are continually reading and growing, their income is going up at about 11% per year on average, which means that they double their income every 6.7 years. Now just think about that. You start off at the age of 20. By the time you're 27, you've doubled your income. By the time you're 34, you've doubled it again. By the time you're 41, you've doubled it again and doubled and doubled. By the time you're in your 40s or 50s, you're one of the highest paid people in society because you invested just 1 hour a day in getting better. Focus is the key to growing your business and building great wealth. Hello, I'm Brian Tracy, and today I want to talk to you about the secret to building real wealth. What would your life be like if you could double your income this year? What if you doubled your income and you doubled the time you spent doing what you love with the people you love? how can you go from dream to reality? If you think it's impossible in this economy, it's not. In every shift of the economy, down or up, there are winners and losers, just like with everything in life. It's all in how you look at and play into your current circumstances. Even in the Great Depression, people became new millionaires. Today will be no different, but only if you know the correct path to get there. The key to being truly successful is knowing how and where to focus your time and efforts. For example, a while back I was talking with someone who sells their fiber optic cables and computer hardware. He wanted to know if I thought it was a good idea to diversify and try to resell self-improvement programs online. Now here was someone who was doing fairly well with one business and about to take his eye off his primary source of income and try something he knew nothing about. Bad idea. If you want to be successful, the key is finding something you're good at and focusing your efforts to help people and become rich doing it. If this man were to branch out and begin selling self-improvement programs online, odds are he would have no time to grow his current business and his finances would just suffer, all while trying and probably failing to build a new business online. Not only should you not try to diversify yourself across too many niches, but you also need to focus your business and marketing strategy to ensure you see the very best results. For example, every successful business owner knows why they need a marketing strategy to attract new clients and make more money. But most don't know how and where to focus their marketing. They try a little of this and a little of that and get little in the way of results. So knowing how and where to focus your efforts is the key to success. Know who your customers are, where they are, and then direct all of your efforts toward finding them and attracting them to your business. With a proven system for getting prospects' attention, generating leads, converting leads to clients, maximizing sales, and generating repeat sales, you can easily double your income while cutting your time on the job in half or even more. So if you enjoyed this video and feel it was valuable in helping you to grow your business, share it with your friends or anyone else who might benefit from this information. Before we wrap up, I'd like to leave you with a thought to share with your friends and followers. Focus is the key to growing your business and building great wealth. Now, I'd love to hear from you, so my question today is, what area of your business will you choose to focus your efforts on this month? Leave a comment below, and I'll be sure to follow up with you. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want to change your future, take action, and take action now. If you enjoyed this video and feel it was valuable in helping you achieve your personal or professional goals, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this video with your friends or anyone else who might benefit from this information.